You gonna say anything? Research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Oh, for goodness sake, I can't find my notes anywhere.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Rushed work is sloppy at best, and deadly at worst.
I fix one relay and 2 more start to fail. At least I'm not bored.
Sometimes
Done
Clinton is
remarkable
really nice
things.
to me.
I would not
But
exist were
My
it not
mom
for
says I
him.
have to be nice anyway.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
Emergency relay activated. Relay powering up. Ready in 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relay online and engaging.
Now here's the latest from the Commonwealth. Outside Diamond City. Tales are scarce, but it sounds like whatever happened. While there's no official connection, it has been noted that Diamond City resident Henry Cook went missing at approximately the same time. If we're able to verify any further details of this story, we'll pass them on to you listeners. Just another day in the Commonwealth, huh, folks? Here's the 5 stars, Adam Bombay.
Bringing her in. Hang on to something.
You're one hell of a soldier.
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Ticket might have what you need.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be? I don't have time for this, soldier.
I don't think she's going to be very helpful.
Huh. That's a shame. Well, given the proper motivation, I'm certain she can be persuaded to see things our way. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Hull plating integrity looks good. No need for adjustments.
Stray radio signals keep pinging the array. Gonna try to filter it out.
Attention all personnel.
Please continue assisting
Research
Dr.
patrols
Ingram
are a
anywhere.
crucial facet of our operation here in the Commonwealth. Any Brotherhood soldiers that have not received a research patrol assignment should speak to Proctor Quinlan immediately.
My duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
Tegan.
Nice work bringing Dr. Lee back into the fold. Now, there's something you need?
Let's hear a bit more about that extra work you mentioned.
Hard to resist the lure of extra caps. The food stores don't replenish themselves, so I need legs on the ground to hit up farms in the area. We'll be requisitioning a portion of their harvest, and I need that food crated and ready to go for when I send out a collection team. Your mission will be to ensure...
I'm in.
Thought. Here's the location.
The human-looking
Proctor
synths are
Tegan.
the worst.
It's about time we
They hide in
resupplied
plain
the
sight.
Prydwen, too. I'll be damned if they have to start rationing out food.
Set me up.
Be my guest.
In my experience, hotshots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals. Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gunner. Nothing to report right now, Knight. If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
That was Billy Ward and the Dominoes. Diamond City Radio wouldn't be possible without the help of some wonderful businesses here in town. Commonwealth Weaponry. It's called Here's Uranium Fever by Elton Britt. It's catchy, right?
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Proctor.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
Huh. I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Prydwen, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Attention, this is a reminder. Any recovered historical, technological, or social documentation should be delivered directly to Proctor Quinlan.
The last person that disobeyed Captain...
Excuse me,
that is all.
Dr. Lee?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because...
You know, if anyone else, but tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of your life, brother.
If it looks dead, put...
Now that Dr. Lee's arrived, I'm certain she'll be vital to the Brotherhood's success.
Once we decrypt that intel you recovered from the Institute, we'll know a lot more
Ingram?
about them.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Greetings, Knight.
Maybe a vehicle of some kind. Sounds like something crash landed. We should investigate immediately. That's neutralized.
Hey,
Awaiting your command.
go check that out.
That's not possible.
Who's there?
I heard something.
No fight today.
You never know what you'll find.
Hostile! Live wire!
Happy time, Spy Bob Crosby. Now, folks, I'm sure you've all seen or heard about the latest issue of Public Occurrences. Some bold claims by our intrepid reporter. Since possibly living among us, undetected. Very serious implications. Wouldn't you agree? The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement denying the validity of the article, saying all is well in Diamond City. The mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded. Good to know, I guess. But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to be on the safe side. Well, never a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. Up next is Connie Allen. Here's Rocket 69.
Getting hungry. So boring. Wish a buckethead would show up. Let's rip his legs clean off. Wish a buckethead would show up. Let's get his legs clean off. What is it?
Don't think I can pick this. Hey!
Viewpoint? I should.
Check it out.
Negative.
No green stuff here.
No mercy!
Lock's really strong. Locked tight.
The noise gonna be a good fight!
That was Roy Brown with Butcher Pete. Here's the latest word on what's happening in the Commonwealth, folks. Not content with sitting quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant supermutants. Whether they plan to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer supermutants running around isn't a bad thing. Next is Personality by Johnny Mercer. Really great horn licks on this one. And no, that's not me being suggestive.
Anything useful? I'm pleased we were assigned to the same team. I think we can learn a lot from each other.
Got it.
Negative visual on the target.
Just heard from the ink spots with maybe. Good news is something often in short supply in the Commonwealth, folks. So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you. If you were one of the folks worrying in hushed tones about the whereabouts of Diamond City's most effective detective, you can rest easy.
Why do I get the impression I don't want to hear what you have to say?
While details about what happened to him are scarce, I, for one, am just glad he's
The
back.
Brotherhood of Steel demands your tribute, citizen. You will hand over a portion of your crops to the Brotherhood.
We'll do it. Just leave us in peace until then.
Wynoni Harris's grandma may have had a gambling problem, but we all win because of it. Here he is.
Hi.
I'm seeing evidence that something's recently inhabited this area.
Sweet.
Well, that's a skill they don't teach in boot camp.
No way I could pick this.
That was Billy Ward and the Dominoes. Here's the latest word on what's happening in the Commonwealth, folks. Not content with sitting quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant super mutants. Whether they plan to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer super mutants running around isn't a bad thing. Feeling a little uncivilized? That's not such a bad thing, according to Danny.
Stick to the roads.
Hey.
And you got
My
a better
armor
chance of
saved many
surviving.
Hey.
Don't eye the Brahmin if you got any sense.
Too many miles on the road. At least the pay is terrible.
You here visiting Covenant, pal? If not, move along.
Hey, Swanson.
You here visiting Covenant, pal? If not...
I'd like to visit.
Since you're a first-timer, there's something you gotta know first. We don't just let anyone inside. There's an entrance test. We call it the safe test. Everyone's gotta take it.
Interesting idea. Between you and me, what's the test for?
I probably shouldn't say nothing, but listen. We want to make sure only good people come into Covenant. No undesirables. Nobody that ain't actually what they seem, you know?
I'm new to the area. What do you mean about undesirables?
You know what? Don't worry. Safe is one of them psychological tests. Just a bunch of questions you gotta answer. You want?
Right. Sure.
Good. Take a seat, and we can begin. So let's begin. There ain't no wrong answers. You are approached by a frenzied scientist who yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What's your response?
I wouldn't worry. If he did that, it'd cause parabolic destabilization of the fission singularity.
Yeah. Next question. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection on his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate, but the doctor has stepped out for a while. What do you do?
Restrain the patient and merely observe as the infection spreads.
Very, very interesting. You discover a young boy lost in a cave. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do you do?
I give the boy a hug and tell him everything will be okay.
Very curious. Congratulations! Hey, you made it onto a baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
Designated hitter.
Are you certain about that? Never mind. Next question. Your grandmother invites you to tea, but you're surprised when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill someone. What do you do?
I do what Grandma told me to.
Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed?
I'd grab a bobby pin and pick the lock.
And that is all you do? Nothing else? Wait, don't answer. Next. Oh no. You've been exposed to radiation and a mutated hand has grown out of your stomach. What's the best course of treatment?
I dose myself with anti-mutagen agent.
Ignoring possible. Yes. A neighbor is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1. You want it. What's the best way to obtain it?
I'd point a gun in his face and take it from him.
You're almost done. Last question. you decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father. You enter his private restroom when no one is looking, and...
I'd put a firecracker in his toilet. That never gets old.
Test's over. No one's ever answered quite like you. But hey, you passed. I'll open up the gate. Welcome to Covenant.
There's a wealth of technology just waiting to be discovered out here.
Caravan came a few days
Hey,
back.
the leg's still on the mend. You have anything for the pain?
Hi.
If you're hurting, just tell the doctor.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, Doctor.
What's feeling off today? What can you tell me?
Hurting all over, Doc.
Huh. You look fine, but, oh, wait, yep. That's gonna need to be set back in place. Let's get started. All done. Any other complaints?
Took one chem too many. Anything you can do?
Yep, you got it bad. Let's flush your system. It's gonna burn like crazy afterwards, all right? Done. Now, is there anything else bothering you?
No other complaints.
Off you go, then.
If you're from out of town, be sure and visit Diamond City. It's safe, it's secure, and full of quality establishments like this. Commonwealth
Enjoy your
weaponry.
stay.
It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself.
Hey.
I hope Swanson didn't give you too hard a time at the gate.
Uranium fever
If you
by
ask
Elton
me,
Brand.
I think he takes his job too seriously. But welcome. Everyone around here calls me Mrs. Fitzgerald, but you, cutie, can call me Penny.
Nice to meet a friendly face.
You're in luck then. Covenant is the friendliest place in the whole Commonwealth. You'll see. You here to shop? I'll make sure to give you a good price.
I'll take a look.
Best deals around.
To you, that doesn't seem old. To me, it's an archaeological relic.
It's good to see a new face around here.
not gonna make this easy for you.
Smith, everyone. Here's the latest word on what's happening in the Commonwealth, folks. Not content sitting quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen in Fort Stone.
You back up over here! Shit! Man, you picked the wrong
plan to annex the location, just wanted to get rid of the neighbors. I could say, whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer supermutants Cold War, folks. You know them, you love them. And I guarantee the song's gonna get stuck in your head.
Where'd they go? Mission accomplished.
Over there! Get him!
I don't think we're alone.
Just had to play hero!
I don't think we're alone.
Get some, motherfucker! Motherfucker!
Ad Victorium! I'm just getting started. Send them back to hell!
Good work. Don't leave anything behind.
What the hell was that? From me? I must have a concussion. Fucking see this.
Hell yeah.
And that, bless her heart, was Skeeter Davis. Here's the latest word on what's happening in the Commonwealth, folks. Not content with sitting quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant civilians. Whether they plan to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer super mutants running around isn't a bad thing. If you've ever been in love, then you know how this one feels. It's the ink spots.
Hey there.
You find those raiders?
Yeah, I took care of them.
No kidding? That's the best piece of news we've had around here for a good long time. So we've been talking. We decided if you came through for us, we'd join up with the Minutemen again. If we want things to get better, we've got to start helping each other. So, we're in. You can count on us if you need help down the line. Thanks again, friend.
Seems to be growing well.
Personality by Johnny Mercer. Here's the latest word on what's happening in the Commonwealth, folks. Not content with sitting quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant supermutants. Whether they plan to annex the location or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer supermutants running around isn't a bad thing. Handgun safety is an important issue here in Diamond City. Here's Bing Crosby's take on it with Pistol Packin' Mama.
You're exceeding the maximum recommended payload for a ground unit, soldier.
The Minutemen could use someone like you.
You know that settlement you sent me to help? They've decided to join the Minutemen.
That's great news. I knew you were the right person for the job. By the way, you should have one of these flare guns. You can use it to signal for help from any nearby Minutemen. It'll get more and more useful as we get more allied settlements. Eventually, you'll have help wherever you need it. I don't think I ever told you what happened to the Minutemen. How I ended up as the last one. I don't think we were done.
I figured you'd tell me when you were ready.
Have you heard of the Quincy massacre? You need a minute?
You guys came from Quincy, didn't you?
That's right. Mama Murphy, Sturgis, the Longs. They were all from Quincy. I was with Colonel Hollis's group. A mercenary group called the Gunners was attacking Quincy. The people there called for the Minutemen to help. We were the only ones that came. The other groups, they just turned their backs on us and the folks in Quincy. Only a few of us got out alive. Colonel Hollis was dead, so I ended up in charge of the survivors. We never found a safe place to settle. One disaster after another. You saw how it ended in Concord?
Sounds like it's time for the Minutemen to vanish for good.
No, I don't accept that. The Commonwealth needs the Minutemen. Now, more than ever. We just need better leaders. Leaders who will put the good of the Commonwealth ahead of their own little group. That's why I'm talking to you. I can't rebuild the Minutemen, but I think you can.
Take your time.
Hey, that means a lot coming from you, Garvey.
I appreciate that. Does that mean you'll do it?
I don't think we were done. You need a minute?
Okay, I'll do it.
Good. Good. Welcome aboard. I feel like this is a whole new start for the Minutemen, and the Commonwealth, too. Don't worry. I'll be right beside you all the way, General.
General? Sir?
That's quite a promotion you just gave me.
The leader, our last leader, the one good thing about now it's... I've got something to be... Our scouts have found a promising spot for a new settlement. The trouble is that some kind of vicious beasts are lairing there. Once you clear it out, set up a radio beacon to let settlers know about it. Before you know it, we'll have a thriving new farm instead of wasteland. We'll take back the Commonwealth, one piece at a time.
You just heard crawl out through the fallout. Travis Lonely Miles here, with the latest news update from the Commonwealth. And this one sounds heavy. The Green Tech building along the recently assaulted by an unknown group. From what I understand, there aren't any gunners left to tell the tale. If that's true, it's a little unsettling. Those guys meant business. There are rumors circulating that the Institute was somehow involved. Now, I know they come up every time something bad or unexplained happens. But in this case, even I have to admit, it's hard to not suspect they were involved. Don't jump to conclusions, but keep your wits about you, folks. And don't worry. At this time, there's no reason
I'm busy.
to suspect our fair city is in danger, so you just sit back and enjoy some quality music, courtesy of Diamond City Radio. Louis Jordan is next with an upbeat tune that, well, let's be honest, it's a little passive-aggressive, don't you think?
I'm sorry. I wouldn't be very good company right now. Most people are good at breaking things. I enjoy putting them back together.
What gave you the idea we're friends?